Good evening, everybody. Welcome to LipglossNMics. I hope that everybody is enjoying their weekend and you are ready now for this live interview with, I'm hoping I say her name right, Jirja. Jirja. I don't know. I'm going to have her say it right because you know my accent, I'm always screwing it up. But anyways, to top it off, I want to play her song that she's currently pushing. And it's called Numbers, and y'all gotta check it out. Her flow is crazy, okay? They talk about it all the time that she's known as like a female version of Tech9, and she like the white female of Eminem, you know? So I'm kind of excited about this interview. While I'm playing her song, I'm gonna get her on the air, and we will continue. So check out the song Numbers. It's in rotation at 258 Radio and other stations all over. It's on all digital platforms, so check it out.
Street Empire. Number. I'm good with numbers. Money. I'm good with numbers. Yeah. So good with numbers. I'm good with money. That's the only thing I'm thinking. Grinding to get more of it. That's how I spend my weekends. I ain't chasing pussy and I ain't worried about drinking. I'm pulling all-nighters. I'ma hustle while you sleeping. And all my friends is dead. President, need a couple racks, better yet, 10 of them. I've been stacking all my paper while you spending it. But if a random asking, bitch, I ain't been selling shit. I've been cleaning up my act, laundering. What new business should I buy? I've been pondering. I've been working on my math like a college kid. Because being good with numbers leads to profiting. I'm good with numbers. I calculate that cash, I'm good with numbers. I multiply my stash, I'm good with numbers. I calculate that cash, I'm good with numbers. I multiply my stash, I'm good with numbers. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with numbers. Money. So good with numbers. I'm coming up constant. I can't take no losses. Speak about the bread, bitch, or I can't hear you talking. Better go and get it if you ain't already got it. Told the broke hoe, take a walk like the dog did. I'm a cheddar head, man, I love my cheese. No cake, having ass brothers just disgust me. Pull a rich trick quick, even if he fugly. Cause money in my hand feels so lovely. Hear me clearly, I'ma need my paper. Hit another lick and then I disappear like vapor. Sick of giving handouts, quit doing favors. Now all of my exes turn into haters. I'm good with numbers. I calculate that cash, I'm good with numbers. I multiply my stash, I'm good with numbers. I calculate that cash, I'm good with numbers. I multiply my stash, I'm good with numbers. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with numbers. Money. So good with numbers.
All right, everybody. So that was Numbers, and I hope y'all liked it because I love it. So, and I have my special guest with me on the night, and I'm gonna let you say your name so that I don't screw it up.
Wow, if I had $1 for every time I heard that, I wouldn't even need sponsors. But yeah, it's Jirja the sexy psycho in this bitch, motherfucker.
See, that's how I was gonna introduce you, the sexy psycho, you know. But then I said, nah, let me have her do her name.
Yeah, well, Jirja. A lot of people call me sexy psycho. I mean, obviously it's my name, but it's like calling Gucci Mane LaFleur, kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, Gucci Mane LaFleur, his name is Jirja the sexy psycho. Jirja is my name, but the sexy psycho just kind of stuck because that's what I am, so fuck it.
Right. I like it, though. I like it. I like the whole clothing thing. I like it all. When I see the clothing, I gotta get a tank. That's gonna be my thing. I gotta hit up your website and get a tank top. But we're gonna start in on this because like I'm amazed you have a lot going for you. Like I you know what I didn't notice though, the tattoo. She has a tattoo on her head, and what is it? Because you know what, I didn't even notice it. I guess because of all the, you know what I mean. Your pictures are dope, so I didn't even pay attention to the tattoo.
So the tattoo says spotlight, so center of attention, spotlight, like, literally, like, I am in the spotlight all the time, like, so, kind of makes sense, and I've got the red and black nautical stars on it. So the red and black nautical star means a lot of different things to different people. To me, it's a sign of a strong, independent woman that is going after what that she wants. You know what I'm saying? It's that strength, that independence, that not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's what the nautical stars mean to me. Like, be you, do you, no apologies, So it's kind of a mixture of different meanings for people, but that's what it means for me, and that's why I have them on my head. I've got like a shit ton of them, like 32 or some 33 or something crazy.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it. So let's go back, because what I liked about you too is you're very humble, you're very outgoing. You know what I mean? And you've got like this personality that's wild, and I can see the success. I can. And what's crazy is when I seen your other pictures, I was looking and I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, you have this different way. You're totally different, and that's what I love about it. But go back to what I really spotted in like your bio and everything, was how you said that everything you rap about is really what happened in your life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I find nowadays it's so hard to find artists like that because they fabricate. Yep. You know what I mean? They fabricate. Like, I only follow a couple of artists that are, in the region, I would say, that I know, they're not just putting out whatever kind of music, they're putting out real life stuff, And when I seen that in your bio, I said, she's letting everybody know that, which I thought was a good thing, because a lot of people don't do that. So it would draw more attention, because people like, oh, she's really rapping and doing the stuff that she went through. You know what I'm saying? So then when I read more of the bio, I was like, oh my God, like, you've been through some shit. Like, wow.
Like, fucking crazy shit, man.
So,
like, the craziest shit. Sometimes I swear, like, when I wake up and look at my life, I swear, like, I'm dreaming. Like, I'm going to wake up and look at it and be like, bro, I just had this crazy dream. But it's really my life, Like, it's kind of nuts.
But that's a good thing.
Go ahead,
that's, I see what you're saying, but in a way, it's also a good thing, because it kind of gives you a minute to reflect on, like, yes, I'm doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really living this shit. I'm doing this. So it goes on, like, how you grew up in Canada. Give everybody a little bit feel of, like, what it was growing up, like, through struggles. And then, I seen you had an accident when you were, what, 5 or 8?
Oh, no. I was going in, 5th grade. So I grew up in Canada until, like, 4th grade. What I remember about my childhood, we moved around a lot. My parents were really poor. I mean, it was just, like, I used to have lemonade stands and stuff to help my parents pay the bills. Like, I was always very aware of the struggles, like, that my parents were going through. Like, I mean, my parents try and paint it a certain way, like, oh, but you never went without food, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, because the church was fucking donating food to us. That's going through it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, we had food because the pastor came over and gave us some damn food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's neither here nor there, but, I struggled as a kid. Our whole family struggled. I was very aware of it. Like, I think my sisters and brothers weren't as aware as I was. Like, I was always very aware. Like, I remember I remember little things that really affected me, because when I talk about the memories like this, my heart still hurts.
Right.
So, I mean, not to get too much into it, but yeah, it shaped me a lot, and then, like, on top of that, I was already the weird poor kid. Like, when we moved from Canada to the United States, like, we were fucking poor, man, period. Like, we had 2 outfits. Each of me and my sister both had 2 outfits, and they were, like, the horrible, like, button-up flower jumpers. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Like, the onesies
with all the
that
kind
of looked like shorts? Yes. And I was biking to school one day, and I ripped a hole, like, in the ass of one of them. And we only had 2 outfits. So, like, we alternated outfits. And, like, I remember my mom having to patch that up. You know what I'm saying? And it was my sisters that I bugged because I wanted to feel like I had 3 outfits. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, like, I sheltered her from having to deal with that. Like, I'm like, no, I'll just take it. I remember going to school in, like, tattered-ass clothes and shit like that. And to make it worse, when I was going into 5th grade, like, me and my sister collided really hard, and I hit my head. Like, it wasn't like a normal, like, collision. Like, we were playing Manhunt, and you probably haven't heard of it. It's a Canadian game, but it's kind of like capture the flag, but you got to tackle motherfuckers.
Oh, wow.
Like, you're not trying. Yeah, so basically, but my brother dips out of the way, and me and my sister collide head on. Like, we're both midair. It's like a fucking cartoon.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And her glasses split me open in the top of my head, and then my cheek got split open by her teeth.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, it was really bad. I got a shit ton of stitches. Like, they had to fly some dude in from New York to stitch up my face, and I couldn't move my face right, so everybody would call me Scarface, and that's when I started really getting into the crime movies. I'm like, Scarface, and then I saw the title of the movie, Scarface. I was like, oh, shit, they made a movie about me. I gotta watch this shit. And that's when I really started getting into him. I'm like, you know what? I know how he feels being poor. Like, I really connected to that story for some other reason. Scarface is my favorite movie, and I think it was because of that time. Like, everyone would call me Scarface and laugh at me and push me down, and I was fat, and I had acne, the flowers, and then the fucking facial shit, too. Oh, it's so
like
bad.
You just,
it was so fucking bad, bro. Like, if you can just put yourself in my shoes, just horrified, and my parents just sending me back to school every day, like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, it was not fine. Like, dude, I went through a very tremendous childhood.
And it definitely scars you, you know, it definitely, you know, like, what are you doing sending me back there? Like, what are you doing?
Like, I think, you know, like, fast forwarding, like, that's why I started really going so hard, because I'm like, you're not going to fucking make fun of me anymore, bitch. You're not going to push me on the playground no more, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like, that's why I started, like, feeling this fucking hunger to succeed. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be a loser no more, bro.
Right.
And my parents are like, do things the humble way, do things this way, do things that way. I'm like, nah, bitch, I'm going to strip and sell drugs. Fuck that.
Right. I seen that you had
sell drugs. You got life fucked up.
you had peddled with that, and I seen that, you know, you had another accident, and then you decided. So tell me about the whole wrestling cheerleading thing. How the hell did you go from? I can understand you were trying to do the identity thing, but like, I hated the cheerleading thing. I did that, and I hated it.
Well, I was always trying to, like, you know, like, I always felt like I was trying to gain my mother's approval. Like, I always felt she never liked me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going to do cheerleading. And then I'm like, I got bullied even more. Because they're like, oh, there's the fat, ugly cheerleader. I'm like, no, fuck that. So, like, I started really working out and lifting weights. I got buff as fuck. Like, I shaved my entire head off. Like, I had no hair. And I went into wrestling. Because I'm like, I'm sick of you motherfuckers making fun of me, man. Like, I'm going to learn to fight. Fuck that shit.
Right.
I'm not just going to fight on the playground. I'm going to get some skills. You're not going to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So I did that shit. I was like, fuck it. No, and I was always really about, like, women's rights. I feel like I got that from my great-grandma, rest in peace. But, like, you know, like, I'm like, no, anything a dude can do, a bitch can do too. Like, fuck that. Excuse me, I'm really, like, on one today. Like, I've been going through some personal shit, too. So I'm, like, really, like, ooh, I'm amped up today. So, fucking feeling it.
So,
no, but
okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole wrestling and cheerleading thing. Like, I was like, you know, so I was going back and forth about, like, being who I want to be and trying to please my parents. And that, like, fast forward, that's why I got kicked out of my house. Because I was like, fuck you. You're not going to make me into your little minion, dude. Like, I'm going to do me. And if it means I got to go strip and sell drugs to do it, then fucking by God damn it, I'm going to do it.
And that's what
I'm not going to be poor like you. Exactly. That's what I said. I'm like, I'm sick of being poor. I'm sick of being broke. Fuck that. I'm going to have something. I'm going to make me something. This is America. Like, I came from Canada. You can't just start a business in Canada. People don't realize that shit. Like, I'm in America now. I can do this. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to strip. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to get this money. You know, so then, yeah.
And how do your parents feel about that now?
About what?
Like, I mean, are they good what you did? You know what I mean? They like the music thing. They like what you're doing now?
No, my parents have never supported me. Never.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No.
Fuck them.
Never. No, but that's the thing. Like, it sucks because, like, I mean, I won't get too personally into it, but, like, they really don't support me at all. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, that's good for you. Like, basically, like, I'm the black sheep of the family. Basically.
It's all good. I am too, so it's straight.
Not that I mean, I don't really give a fuck because
that's what I say. I
don't do fake people anyways. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that fake shit. Don't come at me fake.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you how I feel straight up. Whether you my mom, my fucking grandma, the pastor, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you how I feel. Because that's just what it is. I'm not going to, I'm being fake and sugarcoating shit. Like, that shit don't work. No. I can't be around all that weird energy, bro. Like.
And the craziest shit is when you are like this, people tend to be like, oh, she too blunt, or she's this. They don't understand it. But you know what? I'd rather be blunt than talking shit behind your back like other people do. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather be hated. Yep, I agree with you. It's like the saying I live by. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. Now, okay, so you moved on from that, and you dabbled in the drug dealing and stripping, and then I see also that you had an asshole man that pretended to be a manager, and what the hell happened there?
Okay, well, that started young, dude. Like, he was grooming me since I was like, I think he met me when I was like 15, 16.
Wow. Okay.
But it started young. Like, and I didn't even know he was grooming me at the time. Like, my manager now hates me talking about this shit, but I don't give a fuck because it happened and other people need to hear it. Like, basically, like, this motherfucker throughout the years, off and on, pimped me out. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that, I thought that was, like, my manager, that he had my back, but he was really just a pimp.
Right.
And by the time I realized what he was, it was almost like I was backed into a corner and I almost had no other choice but to accept it. Like, he had control of all my music. He had control of this was at the time, for anybody that knows me from before, this was at the time before Mirror came out. So this is like when Blessed with the Curse came out and all this stuff. This is the man who was behind this.
Oh, wow.
So, and he told me if I didn't sign a 50% lifetime contract, meaning 50% of television, books, everything, and it was a lifetime contract. If I didn't sign that, he was literally shelving all my music. He was taking everything from me. He didn't give me a shred of my music, not a shred of my videos, nothing. And he literally basically was like, unless you do what I tell you to do, your life is over, basically. So I went through that shit for after that, it took me years to recover. Like, I'm really just starting to recover now. It still fucks me up, though. Like I had abuse, growing up. Like, everybody just saw in my eyes, I think how serious I was about making it and the rap industry and, and exploited it. They were like, no, this bitch will do. And I told them literally, I will do what the fuck ever I need to do to get famous. I will fucking do that shit. And I meant it. And I did it. Like, the shit I did is insane. Like, the lengths I've really gone to is insane. Like, people don't see it because it hasn't paid off yet. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, where I'm at, the work I put in I'm nowhere compared to where I'm supposed to be. That's why I say, like, the game owes me, because the game fucking does owe me. The game owes me hard.
It does.
Like, more than people know. Like, that motherfucker scammed me out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've gotten robbed at gunpoint by people that known him afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit. But that motherfucker don't scare me no more. I'm in the city that he's in right now, and he ain't gonna do shit. Fuck him.
Right.
That's how I feel.
And I mean, he'll get his karma always comes back, bites him in the ass. So I'm
not even mad at him no more though, because this is the thing. What people don't realize is, what the best revenge is? Those people wanting to come back and you not letting them.
Right.
You being so successful that they're not on your radar anymore. The only reason I really brought that up is because, you asked about it, like, oh, what happened with your old manager, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I wouldn't have even brought it up.
Right, I only brought it up because, to me, a lot of people don't put a lot in their bios anymore because, they want those short bios, and I understand that, but I feel like if I don't know you as an artist, or if a fan, like, you're in a whole different area, or, these people have never heard of you, what got you to where you are now? You know what I mean? Everybody has a story. And you can't leave out that fucked up shit, and you can't leave out, you know what I'm saying? It's what makes you. So, like you said, you got over it, you're not mad anymore because, the way you handled it is the right way. And you're still
Yep.
excelling, you know what I mean? You're still elevating. So
Oh,
it's
I'm
like,
excelling more. I mean, let's do a resume check.
right,
That's what I say when people are like, "Are you still mad at him?" Like, pull his resume and pull mine. Who's mad?
right. And
I don't
that's
give
what
a
I'm
fuck.
saying. Like,
I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm still traveling. I did way bigger shows after him. It's whatever. Like, at this point in my life, like, so I'm going to dead that conversation about him, but at this point in my life, I'm doing bigger stuff than I ever had before. I just recorded a track with fucking Twista. Now, I'm going to put this in perspective to you, what this fucking means to me. I used to sit in Chicago before even Go Post or anything came out, and Twista would come on the radio, and I would tell people, I'm like, I'm going to have a track with him. Swear to God, watch this shit. If I have to die trying to get this track, I'm going to get this fucking track. I'm going to have a track with him, and people used to laugh at me. They're like, bitch, that's a pipe dream. You a little white girl. You ain't never going to woo, 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 woo. Well, guess fucking what, bitch? I did it.
see, that's what I wanted to ask you, too. Do you find that because you're a white girl doing all this, okay, that it's harder or the industry puts... Because I know just me being on radio and doing different things, I mean, I get a lot of respect, but there are some places, and even especially where your hometown is, you know what I mean, or where you're from, they just kind of like, I don't want to say they look down on me, but they just, they don't let me in fully.
Well, this is what it is. And I'm dealing with, like, local shit, but not really to the extent. Like, to an extent, yeah, but I'm, like, breaking into another level now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know you've rubbed elbows with some people like that, too, you know?
Right.
So you would understand what I'm saying. Like, when I'm dealing with, like, people in the industry, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like, I feel like a lot of the industry, because I'm a white girl, wants me to be a cookie-cutter white girl.
Right.
You feel me? Like, ha, be the stripper. Oh, make a song about booty shaking. Ha, be like Cardi B. Ha, yeah, be proud that you a hoe. Woo, 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 woo. Nah, bitch, I'm gonna be me. I was in the street. I literally have made deals in O Block in Chicago, and I got motherfuckers that will fucking let you know that. Like, I feel like people want to test my credibility all the time because I'm a white girl. But I'm gonna tell you, all my exes, the motherfuckers I've dealt with before, will fucking tell you whether they like me or not. I was really in that shit. For real. Like, I'm not one of those people like, oh, you want to be black so bad. I'm like, no, bro. I really did more dirt than the motherfuckers around me here, period. It don't matter my gender. It don't matter my skin color. I was out there with the worst of them doing that shit. You can't deny me. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like the industry and people in general, like, they hate the fact that I have credibility to back up who the fuck I am. They don't want me. They'll be like, no, talk about stripping. No, talk about popping pussy. No. Like, no, bitch, you shut the fuck up. I'm going to tell my story. This is my story. I'm going to tell this shit.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, it makes sense because, I mean, I can see but you have a totally different, the way you look, you know what I'm saying? And the way you put yourself out there too. I don't see why anybody would judge you or, I mean, of course they're going to judge you. Maybe that's the wrong word I'm using. But look at you and be like, oh, no, you can tell that you boss up. You can tell just by your look. And I mean, just who some of the people that, you know what I'm saying, that you did collabs with and just, now what's this whole thing with Tech9? Because I heard they say that you're like the white, you know, the female version of Tech9. And I love Tech9's music, so.
That's, like, when I get in front of strange music crowds, there's just an energy. Like, they accept me. Like, I feel like I'm fit for that label, honestly. But, I mean, I can't talk about a lot of the politics and blah, blah, blah behind the scenes. So I'm, like, literally I can't talk about it. But, I mean, there's a lot of things and reasons that things aren't the way, you know, and I'm not signed and blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to go into that. But straight, like, people told me that. They're like, bro, you're like a white girl Tech9. I didn't adopt that. I didn't say that. But when people are like, I got in front of these strange music audiences, they were like, bro, you got something.
Right.
Like, you make me feel a type of way. And you know why? It's because I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm not better. I ain't shit. I'm going to tell you, I did a lot of ain't shit in my life. I'm not better than nobody else. This is what sets me apart. Is it just like you said, everything I spit is real, and you can feel it. You can feel what I'm saying is real. Like, if you have any, like, if you're a people person or you can read people at all, you know my shit is real. You ain't got to ask for my credibility. You ain't got to ask for my resume. You ain't got to pull my card because you know it's true. And that's the difference. I think that's why it resonated with Strange Music people, because they, you know, a lot of Strange Music fans, they felt that struggle. And the reason that we love Tech9 so much is we saw him struggle. We saw him come up. We saw him grind, and we loved that about him. I mean, he's talented as fuck, too.
Yeah,
I would never say I'm as good as him. I would never say that shit. What people say, and that's in quotes. That's why that stuff's in quotes there. You know what I'm saying? Because that is what other people have said about me.
Right.
So...
And I know there's a lot out there, too. And, I mean, Tech9, he did it on his own. You know what I mean? He did all of it on his own. He didn't need no label.
Well, he had Travis. Travis is the CEO of the label. So there's a lot of politics that people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he didn't sell out. We'll put it that way.
Right.
Like, Travis was the brains behind the operation a lot. Travis did a lot. He's he is the one that handles the business side of things a lot with Strange Music.
Okay.
So it was him and Tech9. You know what I'm saying? So Tech9 was like the artist. Travis was like the manager. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
He was more the business side of things.
Right. I got it.
So it's confusing because he is independent, but he's on a label at the same time. So it depends on how you look at independent.
Right.
They still consider him independent, but that is his label. He is on a label. Strange Music is his label. But, you know, not too much about that. But, of course, he's independent. He grinded his ass off. He did his thing, and that's why people respect him. That's why I respect him anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's a cool motherfucker, too. I've met him multiple times. He's definitely a cool motherfucker.
Yeah, I haven't got to meet him yet, and I want to. I definitely.
He's so fucking, yeah.
One of the people, his music. I've always liked his music, and it's crazy because my son is the one that turned me on to Tech9. Him and his best friend that passed, but they both, and it takes, to me, a special kind of person to listen to Tech9. Like, I hear people, they tell me, nah, his music's too whack. That's because you don't understand it. That's because you can't relate to it. You know what I mean?
No, that's because they don't understand. Like, I'm going to be real with you. I'm a chopper. I've always been a chopper. Like, that number song, when I wrote that, I'm going to give you a little perspective on the number song. I was in Atlanta when I recorded and when I really wrote that song. I was in Atlanta, and this would probably be the one time I ever really let somebody influence how my music was. They're like, we don't understand you. Like, you're like, you chop and we think you're dope, but we don't get it. Like, they are leaned out, and no offense, Atlanta, but you know it's true. They're all leaned out and chilled out and mumble rap. That's what they do out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me slow it down a little bit for them so they can understand what I'm saying. So I made kind of more like a radio single for them, which would be Numbers, which they embraced a lot. You feel me? Right. It's so crazy. I travel all over the country, and the different singles that I have that people like. You know, like when I'm in Chicago, they don't like that hard gutter shit. Like, they want to hear that shit. You know, like that gutter shit. Like in Texas, I feel like they want to hear that, like there is that, the Texas chopped and screwed, but where I'm at in my scene in Texas, they want to hear a story. You know, Atlanta wants to hear a turn-up track. It's just different. Yeah, I don't know. I have ADHD and brain damage, so I don't know where I was going with that, but whatever.
You're right, though, because it's different. It's different places you go, you know, I mean, if you're in the dirty South, you know what I mean? It's this. If you're in this area, like New York, they would be like, what? You know what I mean? Like, they're not really into that. So,
they'd be
feel that.
No. Right. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. So, that's what we started talking about, Strange Music. So I've done a lot of work with them, too. Like, I did a tour with Stevie Stone and JL, and I've done a track with them, and that was really dope. You know what I'm saying? To be able to do that. It wasn't the whole tour. It was just, the Texas part of their tour, but it's still dope. Like, I've opened up for Chris Calzo. I opened up for Ritz when he was on the tour. I'm actually doing a collab with Ritz.
A picture of you and Ritz. You guys just did something together, too. Now, here's another one that's so unique.
Yep.
Like, I love his
Riz.
music, too. And I don't even know who put me onto him. It was somebody, they're like, you got to hear this track. And when you hear this track, you're never going to believe when I show you the picture of the artist. That's how it all started.
Yep.
And I was like, what you mean? And they're like, yo, this dude's a white guy. Like, he looks like a country redneck. And I'm like, what? And then when I seen it, you know what I mean? And I heard the track first, then I went and seen, you know, a picture of him. I was like, oh my God, this guy's got like such a unique look. You know what I mean? Like, he's wild. And I follow him on Instagram, so I see like a lot of his, you know, his posts. He's like a normal dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's just
he's cool as fuck. And I'm gonna say one thing, like, you know, I'm coming up like more so, but like I've never, like, he's the humblest dude. Straight up. Like, all through when I'm not saying I wasn't shit, but when I was still, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still struggling to make it, obviously, but I'm saying rewind 2 years ago to when I met him.
Right.
He's the same motherfucker then, and I told him, like, it's funny, when I met him, like, it was like 2 years ago, I think, 3 years ago, something like that. 3 years ago, I think, the first time, and then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be doing this vlog and shit. When I open up for you, I'm gonna need you to do a video drop. He's like, yeah, I got you, man, no problem. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to want to collab from you too, man. And he's like, yeah, I got you. Like, my manager knows all these motherfuckers, so I can't take all the credit, obviously. My manager's opening a lot of doors for me. Thank God somebody ain't, you know what I'm saying? Somebody is actually real. My manager real as fuck, by the way. So shout out to him. But he's known Rich for, like, fucking ever. Like, ever. So fast forward. Then I met him again at the show, and I filmed a vlog. So the vlog is on my YouTube channel. But his security guard was, like, blocking us off at the stairs. Like, no, you can't go in there. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, no, a year ago, or like 2 years ago, Rich said he was going to do this for me. And, like, my manager texted him, and I don't know, I guess his phone was on silent or something, but he ended up somehow peeking out the door and looking at something. And I'm like, hey, Riz, you know, we were like, hey, bro, like, and he's like, oh, no, I know them, come on. I let us through security and all that shit to film this fucking drop for me. He didn't ask for $1. He didn't fucking treat me no type of way. He welcomed me like fucking family, was joking with me and everything.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
That's a real motherfucker. He's like, oh, no, I remember I told you that. Yeah, I got you.
That's dope.
Like, bro, nobody is like that these days. That motherfucker really did that. And now he's like, you know what I'm saying, he's going out of his way to do a feature for me, and that's like, you know, of course, and people are like, oh, admit it, you pay these people. I'm like, yes, I pay these people, but not as much as you'd have to, bitch. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like seriously, motherfuckers, they dig my music. I've had Twista in the studio. Twista himself told me I was dope.
That's what's up.
Okay? Like, so come on, bro. Like, when people, like, that's when people start, like, questioning me and shit. Like, not trying to take over the interview or anything, but, like, when people, like, start questioning me and shit, like, I just be like, no, bro. Like, you would have to pay exorbitant amounts more than me. I respect these people. I have no problem paying them. I have no problem with that. But I will be on a level at one point where it will be beneficial to trade. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At this point, I'm still coming up. It's amazing I even got these goddamn features. Shit. Give me some fucking credit, people.
Yeah, and that's what I see. It's like a lot of people, I think just being a female in the industry, it's a, you know, a bullshit thing. And then,
Terrible.
Yeah, and then going through the rest of it. Now, I see you also have a female empower movement. Tell me about that and your daughter and how you started it and what you're doing with it.
So, well, I don't know how deep you want to get, so I'm going to keep it only halfway deep. So the female empowerment movement is all about uplifting other females, and not in the way necessarily people think, like, oh, you have to rock with every female because you have a female empowerment movement. No, that's not what it's about.
No.
What it's about is finding other hustler-ass women and linking up with them, like me and you linked up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And showing each other support and building a fucking female network. Because there's no goddamn reason we should have to rely on all these dudes. There's enough females in the network. Yeah, I mean, in the industry to build an all-female network. And the problem is, there's always a man that wants to feel like he's in charge of the all-female network. And I don't like that shit. So put that on wax.
Yeah,
This is what I think.
That.
It's true. It's fucking true. And unfortunately, a lot of females in the industry have went through what I went through and are currently going through it. They have a pimp that they call their manager or their man. That's not your man, honey. That's not your manager. That's your fucking pimp. He tells you what to do. You have to listen to him. All that shit, that's a fucking pimp. No matter what the fuck you call him, that's what it is, sweetie. And they're okay with that. A lot of females in the industry are okay with that. They're just like, that's how the industry is. That's what we have to do. Well, I call fucking bullshit. And if I fucking die trying to change this goddamn industry, then I fucking die trying to change this industry. And to touch on the subject that you said, why, you know what I'm saying, about my daughter and why she's such an inspiration to that, because I want my daughter to grow up and be like, my mom never stopped fighting.
Which is
she didn't stop.
A good thing.
She didn't stop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it should
like,
be
people told me, don't get... Yeah, like, people told me, like, don't get into this stuff. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're a female. It's going to be too hard. Why? Why did I have to fucking hear that? So why am I a female? What does my vagina have to do with anything? Is my question. Why? Do you see what I'm saying? That needs to change. And not just, like, change on the outside. Change, period.
Yeah, and a lot of women don't support each other either, so it's always
horrible.
Catty bullshit.
My biggest haters are females. The biggest haters of that female empowerment movement are the females. I swear to God. And I don't get why. It's because, and I started really thinking about it. Like, I meditated on it and everything, bro. Like, and you know, I figured out why. Because we are so brainwashed into believing that there can be only one female. And that only one top female. Look at it. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Why can't both of them coexist? We got
that shit's whack.
Eminem, Snoop Dogg, all that shit. Why? Because the industry powers that be are like, we're going to make more off of them fighting than if they're not. And we're going to fit, there can only be one top female. There can only be one top female. It goes back to the whole pimp mentality. Think about it. It makes perfect sense. It goes back to the whole pimp mentality. Because you only have one bottom bitch, right?
Right.
The rest of them are secondaries. Backseat bitches. Even if you have 2-3 different stables, you still only have one real bottom bitch. And so the whole industry is basically modeled after that. If you start looking at it, it's fucking true. These female artists they got on the label, they're never gonna, like Atlantic had Cardi B. They signed Snow the Product. They had Snow the Product too. Snow the Product's dope as fuck.
Yeah,
why were they not behind her?
Yeah,
why were they not behind her at all? To me, I think she had to do so much shit herself. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It is because
why? Because she didn't fit the female. You know what I'm saying? Stereotype. I fit real good stereotype that they want us to be. Period.
Yeah, because Snow, I feel they sleep on her a lot.
Yeah, she's dope. Well, now she's like in acting and shit. She's in that show Queen of the South, and you know what I mean? Like, so she's winning. But a lot of that shit she had to do on her own. Like, why didn't they push her? Why? Because there can only be one top female. Sorry, bitch, we ain't got time for you. Like, what? Why?
Right.
They do that to females for real. And, like, it's never going to change until we decide to change it. Period. That's when it's going to change, is when we decide to change it. And so, yeah, don't get it twisted. The female empowerment movement do not mean I rock with every bitch, because I definitely don't. Put that on wax, too. All you fake assholes out there, backstabbing assholes, I don't fuck with y'all. But what I do fuck with is the real bitches that had to grind to get it, that went through the struggle, and that's what I'm saying. We need to link up. So if you're out there and you're really doing it and you feel like you alone, man, hit me up. Because we going to figure something out together. Shit, fuck it.
Right. Tell everybody, too, where they can follow you. And I want you to talk a little bit about your clothes. Like, that's all on your website, right? Your T-shirts.
Yeah. So the website is really easy. And all my links are on there because no one fucking knows how to spell Jirja.
Right.
So, you know what I mean. So the website is pretty dope. Check it out. Tells you a little about me. That's where you can find my bio. But thesexypsycho.com. Just like it sounds, just like it spells. Thesexypsycho.com. All my stuff will pop up under there. I mean, you can Google my name too. J.space IRJA. Now, there'll be all my press will pop up under that and stuff too. So, you know what I mean? If you type in my website, my name's gonna pop up, all that. So, and then Google my name. All
yeah,
that
don't
shit.
do like I did. I don't know why I got that G in there that day.
I was like, I don't even get upset about it because I'm just like, shit. My name is Finnish. It means, you know what's crazy is my name means like one who changes the world. So that's what I'm gonna do. Fuck it. That's why I wouldn't change my name. It's my grandma's name. I'm not changing that. A couple people have told me, like, you need to change your name. That's just whack. I'm like, first of all, it's my God-given name, so don't ever see my name as whack again. And my grandma, rest in fucking peace, is who I'm named after. So, yeah, no, I love my name. I'm not going to change it.
I like
don't care.
It's different. I mean, to me, everybody has to have that unique name. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to brand. I mean, why would you?
Well, nobody else got my name. Right. I can guarantee you that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's going to change? Like, why would you do that? That's crazy. No.
Yeah, so, the clothing, check it out on the website. If you use code all caps sexy psycho, you get 25% off, so that's pretty dope. We're about to add hoodies to the website. We just got crop top hoodies for women and also zip up hoodies for women and then zip up hoodies for men as well. So those are, like, literally, I just left my production facility. That's where I was at right now and didn't get no damn reception, so I had to drive all the way out and sitting at the damn Burger King parking lot because this is the closest place I got reception. But, like, we literally just pressed up the zip-up hoodies, so they're going to be on there in, like, a day or two.
Oh, cool. That's what I'm going to check out because it's getting a little chilly down here. And I want a hoodie. And you know what's good, girls, ladies, everybody? She has plus sizes too. So if you got big tits, you don't have to worry about it, okay? Because
exactly.
That's what I hate is like the tank tops. You know, when you got a big chest, you got to fit it in there, and it's like, man, I ain't happy with no, you know. So I seen it. She had 1X and 2. I was like, oh yes. So she got it for everybody.
Yep. That was important to me because it really makes me angry when, like, I feel like people are not included because of their any physical attribute, whether it be skin color, height, size, weight, proportions. That shit makes me really mad. Like, as you cannot tell, like, I've been, like, furious this whole interview.
Yeah, she was just like, yep, I'm sitting back thinking, like, okay. It's
like, this bitch is crazy. No, because I got passionate about it. This is my passion.
No, and that's
like,
the way it's
supposed to be. I do this shit for a different reason.
That's the way, you got to be you. That's like me. People be telling me I got too much passion for music and stuff, and it's like, I've been doing it so long that, like you said, I've had to struggle and go through the good and the bad and then go through the assholes and realize, like, is there anyone out there you could trust? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there anybody out there? You know, and then had to toughen my skin and boss up and realize, you know, you can't have that good heart in this industry. Hell no. You have to pick and choose, you know what I mean? Because otherwise, you're going to get trampled all over.
Right, but to a certain extent, like, I don't think people should be, to a certain extent, I'm not going to let this fucking industry make me into a shitty person either.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think I'm just more wiser, you know what I mean? Like, I don't treat people like shit. I'm just more wiser on who I give my time to, or, you know, before I would give my time to everybody, no matter what time it was.
Hell no.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was always there for everybody. Now it's like, nah, it's my time now. You know what I mean? If I want to bother or I want to do something, I've tried to help a lot of indie artists, and it was hard for me too because I transitioned from a corporate company in music, you know what I mean, to indie. So I was so used to, like, doing tours with Ozfest and House of Blues, and, you know, everything was there. I just had to push for the fans to meet and set up the meet and greet. So it was just so different going into the indie. It was like, damn. You know, that was, like, just ruthless. It was just like,
yeah, dude, it is ruthless, and the problem with the independent industry is very crab bucket, meaning if they see you coming up and doing some shit that they can't do, they gonna be mad.
Yeah, and then they try to push you down. You know, not realizing if you unite together and y'all try to do business together, you know, you grow even further. You know, you elevate more.
Exactly, and this is the thing. Everybody thinks they're a fucking chief, and they're not.
No.
That's just facts. You gotta have soldiers. You gotta have followers. People don't want to follow anymore. There's nothing wrong with following. I had to learn from somebody. I still learn from people. I do not mind sitting in the back seat and watching somebody that does it better than me, do it better than me, and figure out how the fuck did you do that? Teach me. You know,
Right.
that's the problem is I'm very humble. A lot of people are not humble anymore.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, I deserve this. Like, you deserve what? You don't deserve shit. Ain't shit gonna be handed to you, man. Like, people think because, like, this one guy was like, for example, I'll just tell a really quick story. So this girl was like, oh, I know what you're going through. I put out a couple videos on Instagram. I know what it is to struggle. I lost $4,000. I'm like, bitch, I just lost $10,000 in one fucking day because Bubba Sparx didn't show up to my first video shoot in Vegas. $10,000 in one day. That's one day. You lost $4,000 in your entire career. Don't tell me what you know what it is to take a loss.
Wow.
There's levels to this shit. Do you feel what I'm saying? And like people, and I feel like in the indie world, like people have their head in a cloud like, oh yeah, I struggled, oh yeah, I've done this, when in reality they ain't done shit. And that's just a fact. People go out of town and do one show and think that they're a nationwide artist. No, you went out of town and did one show.
It don't even take that. It takes locals. Locals think that, oh, I performed all over the city. Everybody knows my name. Everybody knows my song. So I'm a star. And I'm looking at them like,
no.
what the fuck? You haven't even been out of the area. You don't even have your song on the radio. I don't care if it's internet radio, anywhere. You know what I mean? As long as there's a following, like, we have 20,000 people that listen to our station a day. You know what I mean? So if you can't put, but you want to sit in the club that you performed in last weekend too, you know what I mean, and blow all this money on bottles and whatever, but you can't even invest in yourself. I just get done with it. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm done. Like, you know what I mean? The ones that I see really want to put effort into themselves, but I think other ones, it's like they just want that shine and they don't care about the rest.
But that's what I'm saying, like, that is like, those are the people that have never even been out of their area. Like, you know how I felt? Like, when I performed in front of thousands of people and then had to go, when I went to a new area, I really had to humble myself because I was like, holy shit. Like, only like 100 people know me in this entire city. Like, I gotta start from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did that.
But that's good because, see, that's what it is. And you're branding yourself everywhere. And that's what I try to tell these people. Like, you think because your song's known in a couple hundred people in your city know it. Okay, what about the rest of the world? If your single ain't known, they can't put your single to your face. Like, there's something wrong because those people never even heard of you.
Right. That's why I said, I'm like, that's why I stay humble because, I might be doing a lot more than most local people, but I'm not local anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I consider myself, I compare myself to people in the industry, and I ain't shit compared to them. I got a long way to go. If I ever even hope and pray to really call this my career, like, bro, I still got to struggle. I still got to fucking scrape. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got to go dub by dub and figure out where this shit coming from. You know what I'm saying? That $10,000, I made that.
That's what I was just going to say, back up to that, because we only got like 10 minutes left. But what I'm trying to figure out, so Bubba, he just stood you up like that?
And it's kind of deep. Like, they don't want me to talk about it, but whatever. I don't really care. At this point, I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not disrespect, but if people ask me about it, I'm going to tell them because they want to know. It just is what it is. So it's no disrespect to him or his camp or anything, but... So I'm not going to go into too much detail, but
still, that's 10 grand. I mean, I'd be pretty pissed.
Well, yeah, I didn't hand him 10 grand, but this is what I'm saying. Think about it. I had to fly my videographer from Chicago, round trip. My personal assistant from Wisconsin, round trip. Me and my manager from Texas, round trip. Oh. I got fucking the best. Add that up by itself. That's without rental car cars. I got 2 fucking rental cars. A brand new drop-top fucking Mustang for when we were there. The biggest and dopest suite in the entire hotel.
Wow.
Like, start doing the math on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot. So I was like, man, I gotta know what's going on. He didn't show up. He didn't show up because he said he fell and hit his head. So I can't go into too many details about the situation. I had one of his managers call me, and they're like, we don't even know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, long story short, we're still going to be working in the future on something. Obviously, our song is still going to come out, but that specific video shoot went to shit. And that's what people don't realize. Sometimes it's not anybody's fault. You just have to take a loss. And people don't realize that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Because, I mean...
And I can't even be mad about it.
Right.
And I still had to turn around and pay my engineer, you know what I'm saying, to go back in the studio. Like, that $10,000 loss, it don't matter. I still got to make a video come out of somewhere.
Right.
And at the same token, I found a homeless guy in Vegas and gave him a day of celebrity day. Right after that $10,000, I picked him up. I got him new fits. I got him hygiene shit. I got his haircut, washed, all that shit.
Aww.
You know what I mean? That's what I do.
That's what's up.
That's the type of shit that I do that a lot of people don't see.
That's
you see what I'm saying?
Because a lot of people don't give a shit about anybody, and like I've always thought about that, like doing something like that when I make some more money. I want to take somebody, like I see this little homeless man at Burger King all the time. I'll buy him a sandwich or something, you know what I'm saying? But like,
right.
I ain't got money right now to just go fit him up and do his hair and all that, but sometimes I wonder, you know, like, are they really homeless? Because you got people that fake. I've given money to girls that I've walked out of a store and she'd give me some bullshit story. My son will look at me and be like, Ma, she's probably going to go try, you know, drugs with money. Money with drugs, and you know what I mean. And I'm like, Mikey, you know, I can't do that, though. You know, she's crying. Her kids are sitting in the car. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Like, something's not right. You know what I mean? And he's like, no, she's probably an addict and she needs money for... I said, okay, well, you know what? There's the money for her fix. She won't have to suck no dick tonight, okay? Like, I can't judge, like, what's going on or who... You know what I'm saying? But I had it. She was crying. She was upset. Yeah, I felt she was probably feeding me a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? But I have to look at things that I've been through, too. You know, my uncle used to pimp my aunt out. You know what I'm saying? She came home with no drug money. She got a beating. You know, you know, that could have been her situation, you know, because the kids were in the car. Her man could have been somewhere. And, I mean, so I never try to judge anybody. And it's $20. What the hell? You know what I mean? I'm not going to stress over $20.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can't.
Trust me, I get it, man.
Yeah, you can't, you just can't do that shit. And it's like, wow. So, as we leave this interview, y'all, you know where to follow her. Check out the website. Check out the clothes. Also, I want you to explain to her this next song I'm going to play as we leave the interview is Medusa. Where'd that come from? Because I love Medusa.
Well, shit. I mean, if you listen to the interview, you know where it came from. Like, people kept trying to, man, they tried to fuck me, bro. Like, fuck me so hard. That's why I got the hook. I'm like, man, and I shouted that at one of the people that fucked me. I'm like, chop my head off then, bitch. I'm coming right back. So I'm like, oh, that's a hook. Right. And I heard the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a few days later in the studio, and I'm like, yeah, chop my head off. I'm coming right back. Medusa. And Medusa, if you look, like, the only way to kill her was to chop her head off.
Right.
But I'm like the new, like, I'm so, like, in this shit, you can chop my head off, I'm still gonna grow another head, bitch.
Right. It's just
Medusa,
gonna pop
bitch.
out with another
What
one.
up?
I'm
so, Medusa, bitch.
Do your shout-outs, like, if you got anybody you want to shout out.
So, obviously, shout out to my manager. He's really helped me out with a lot of shit. Kenny, his industry, like, kinfolk in the industry, everybody calls him. Like, shout out to my personal assistant, Rico. He's also my best friend. He's been there for me since day one, man. I'm talking over a decade. That motherfucker was there when they were snatching mics out of my hands.
That's what's
like,
up.
I swear to God, that motherfucker done been there through everything. Shout out to my sponsors who remain anonymous by their choice, but I appreciate you guys so fucking much. Without you, I man, I'm telling you. And for everybody that rocks my music, man, like, even if you only stream my music once, like, thank you, dude, because I'm nothing without my fans, because I don't even call you fans. Like, to me, you're my supporters, you're my family. Like, I do it for you guys. Like, I do it for anybody who's been through the struggle and feels me and got motivated by my shit. Like, and, you know, whatever higher powers out there, I appreciate that shit too, because I don't know how the fuck I'm still saying, even sort of.
Like, even sort of. It's okay, though.
Shit.
All right, so why
Not
don't
even
you introduce Medusa so we have enough time to play it. And,
Yep.
I guess that's how we'll end.
Yup. Man, oh, thank you, too, by the way, for having me on the show. I gotta shout you out.
You're welcome.
Of course. But this is for anybody that's ever felt like, nah, man, I can't give up because then my hater's gonna win, man. That fire you feel in you, that is this song. So when you want to feel that fire, man, play that fucking Medusa, dude. That's gonna keep you fucking going and pump you up. Medusa, bitch. I'm blessed with the curse reloaded. Blessed with the curse reloaded, baby. That's my last mixtape that dropped. Go fucking download that Piff Medusa. Yeah, you heard?
And we got it, and we're gonna play it. So here we go with Medusa.
You.
Bring the beef, bitch. Chop my head off, I'm coming right back. I'm coming right back. Medusa. Medusa. Heard you boys saying that you want beef. Well, bitch, I've been ready to eat. Heard you talking all hard in the booth, but I bet you will not get down in these streets. Whoa, I can't even believe you'd even dream of coming at me on a beat. Then when I show up where you at, you can't wait to leave. Cause you shaking like leaves on a tree. Talking all G, but we know you sweet. You soft as a marshmallow peep. I'll eat you for dinner or maybe a treat. Get out of the kitchen, you can't stand the heat. Got a new plate and a bigger heat. And your image just isn't complete. So how do you think you could ever compete? When I've been there, done that, seen it. If I said it on the track, then I mean it. I'm high off like, what you feeling? Oh, my bad, did I hurt your feelings? Had to switch up the flow cause I caught you stealing. And all your wish list rapping just ain't appealing. And the mission you want is impossible. I'm back, damn near unstoppable. Oh no, bro, you can't pull that wool. All I hear when you rap is a lot of bull. I just laugh, cause I heard what you said. Kill the queen, off with her head. Stayed on the grind when you slacked and you slept. Better stay in your bed cause I'm back from the dead. My head off, I'm coming right back. I'm coming right back. Medusa, right back. Medusa. Kill these snakes on my head and in the grass. Snakes in the grass. Medusa in the grass. Medusa. Chop my head off, I'm coming right back. Medusa, right back. Medusa, right back. Medusa. Kill these snakes on my head and in the grass. Medusa in the grass. Medusa in the grass. Medusa. You new in the game, I'm a veteran. You bought them views, you irrelevant. Trying to take my spot like you prevalent, but what's a fly to a motherfucking elephant? Been well known by the cheddar head. Wisco, no nobody better than me. I don't tolerate disrespect. I'll bite the hand of a bitch trying to take my bread. Stay well fed, left some crumbs. Bitch, you hungry, go get you some. I'm finish line and you off the gun. See me coming, you better run. Thought you won, must be dumb. Out of breath? Just round one. Shut your mouth or I'll take your lungs. I'm serious and you just for fun. Scary bitch, you hilarious. Stop puffing up your chest, them barely tits. Take my crown, but it barely fits. With your gassed up head, fake hair and shit. Too damn sweet to be coming at me. Never even last a week in these streets. Been there, done it, seen that. You look soft if you really want feedback. These rats, I'ma exterminate. Grab a tail, snap a fucking vertebrae. Gon' lie and say you ain't copy J. Can't copy pass, no not today. It ain't the past, it's the principle. School the teacher, kill the principal. I'm the queen of rap, you the principal. Can't kill my ass, I'm invincible. Chop my head off, I'm coming right back. I'm coming right back. Medusa, right back. Medusa. Kill these snakes on my head and in the grass. Snakes in the grass. Medusa in the grass. Medusa. Chop my head off, I'm coming right back. Medusa, right back. Medusa, right back. Medusa. Kill these snakes on my head and in the grass. Medusa. I'm coming right